Alright, today we are doing a product review of the Peak Design, the capture clip by Peter Daring, and essentially this is the capture clip system in of itself. The instructions on the design of this box is really nice. I really give props to Peter for his efforts to make a clear illustrated product on how to use this, and this is pretty awesome. Anyway, but the instructions are pretty simple to use. You have your two tightening and loosening knobs, and these serve to adjust the width of whatever you situate in between the capture clip. So it could be a belt or a backpack strap, and essentially it can expand up to half an inch. So if I can show you there, about half an inch worth of spacing. So anything greater than half an inch, and you'll probably be needing extension rods or extension screws to accommodate that. But honestly, I don't know if you'll have any other system that's really that large for the capture clip to handle. Anyway, the next thing is the red quick release button. Press down, let go, and it goes in really nicely. It's not a system where it's going to fail on you because of the great design. So this capture clip, or the quick release button, does its job very nicely. But even if you needed some extra security, there is a small little turning knob at the base of the capture clip. And what this does is essentially a screw that goes diagonally in and pretty much presses against the quick release plate in the capture clip system. So if you tighten this and you accidentally press the red button, which some people might do, it's really highly unlikely you not, and you try to pull this off, it's not going to work. So just a quick little half turn, press the button, and boom. So essentially how this works, which I just explained, is that there's a little screw right at the base. Let me see if I can show you. So the screw comes out and adds tension. So there's a screw that pops out, and essentially it adds tension to the quick release plate right here. I can't show you it because my camera can't focus that closely, but it does put a little indentation or mark because of the friction from the screw. So anyway, let's talk about the actual specs of the product. Let me get this off. Okay, cool. So now, whoa. So the raw specs, this just kind of fell apart on me because I was fiddling with it earlier, is that it's 5.3 ounces with the entire system, so the plate and the capture clip itself. So if you take the capture clip off, the plate itself is only 1 ounce, and compared to the Manfrotto 234 RC2 plate, or the RC2 plate, it's only 1.4 ounces. So let's compare the actual difference or similarities between the Manfrotto and the quick release plate from the capture clip system. The Manfrotto is a rectangular design and it fits only one way versus the capture clip, which is a square design which can pretty much fit in any direction you want. The capture clip has a screw mounting system, so all you need is a nickel to tighten the capture clip system to your camera base or your tripod base, versus the Manfrotto, which has a built-in little tightening system, and it pretty much sits flush within its base. I believe the Manfrotto is made of steel, which has that nice kind of not melty, but corrosion or rustish smell versus the capture clip system. But these have been tried, tested, and proven, and I mean, they're not going to fail anytime soon. So the design base that Peter Daring has his based on is pretty much identical. So we'll see how the capture clip holds up. In addition, there is an 1/8 of an inch mount, which you can mount directly to a tripod. And one of the reasons why, or I guess one of the cons, at least for me, was that the capture clip system, let me just show you, the capture clip system doesn't have a 1/8 of an inch mount or screw mount on the back. So essentially I wanted to have the feature or the ability to use the capture clip as a, you know, say if you're shooting in a studio and you're shooting at a fixed, you know, perspective and you want to mix it up. So say if you wanted to shoot differently. Hang on. Well, let me pause this really quickly and reattach this, because this is kind of annoying. So please hold. Okay, cool. We're back in business. Alright, so say if you're shooting on a tripod and you're shooting in the studio and you all of a sudden want that freedom to switch out and start shooting, you know, more candidly. So essentially, if the capture clip system had that 1/4-inch mount screwed into the base, you could effectively just pull out your camera and then start freestyle shooting, which would be awesome. But however, since I guess Peter Daring recommends that you buy the Joby GorillaPod JX3 or I forget what it's, JB3. Essentially, you have to use the quick release plate in conjunction with the the Gorilla Head quick release plate. So that was one of the main concerns that I had with the system. In addition, I also wanted to use it with my Stroboframe VH2000, and the reason why is that sometimes you want to use off-camera flash and you're tired of just, you know, shooting with on-camera flash brackets. So sometimes you want to mix up the lighting a little. So this is where the Manfrotto still primarily still has its dominance over the capture clip system. Because it doesn't have that built-in screw at the base, you can't really use the quick release feature to its maximum potential with the capture clip system. Anyway, enough about that. That's just my little side rant. And let's see how it fares as it was actually designed to do. So the capture clip was designed to mount onto either your belt or your backpack. So I have a 70-200 with a quick release plate on the bottom, capture clip, and also a plate on the bottom of the 5D Mark II. So I have two lenses right now, and this is the 24-70 and a 70-200 2.8. I'm just going to show you that it clips in securely, and let me show you how this looks on a backpack. Alright, so getting set up. Let me go ahead and raise this. Yep. Okay, so there is a good amount of heft to this system, and let me just return this. Okay, rotate this. So, hey, how's it going? So there is a good amount of heft to this system. I mean, obviously you're gonna have that. You're gonna know that this camera is sitting on your backpack strap because it's, you know, this is about 4 pounds of weight. But it allows you to really, you know, quickly maneuver between shots. So say if you're hiking and you see something interesting, press the quick release button with your left hand, push out, take pictures, boom, boom, boom. Or traditionally you had to have the camera strap dangling on your neck, which, you know, if you're walking and hiking and you're just walking, that for some people this might be irritating because this is falling left and right and you're trying to hike and you're kicking your camera and it's not all that exciting and interesting. So the capture clip comes into play by eliminating that feature. I'm still getting used to this system, so I for sure will be quicker once I'm aware of how this system fits my needs. So essentially you can have this system strapped either here on your camera, on your camera strap, or on the flip side, you can also have this on your belt. And I am really slow with this setup, so there you go. So the belt system works pretty well. What I've found is that the best position to have the capture clip setup is actually not in your crotch area, which Peter Daring suggests. It's not that it's going to hit your crotch and, you know, makes for some pretty difficult prostate exams in the future, but it's the fact that when the camera is leaning far forward, the camera will actually add significant amount of weight to your lower back. And what I mean is that say if you have the camera system on your leg, it's not pushing as far forward, so your leg's supporting it. But if you have your camera closer to the middle, the camera is leaning further forward, and it's actually putting more weight on your lower back. So say if you're shooting a long event and you're going to have 4 pounds of weight, you might as well put it somewhere that you can get additional support, which is on your leg. So essentially, summary, put it on your leg and you'll thank me later. I mean, obviously you're going to kick it around a little bit, but it'll save you back problems in the future. So another method that I wanted to use this for was, say that you're shooting with 2 lenses because you don't want to buy another camera body or another 5D Mark II, and you're shooting more of a photojournalistic style. So say you have your 2 lens setup, and so say if I didn't have my neck strap, but I'm still using my neck strap. So say if you wanted to switch lenses, so you're shooting around and you want to change perspectives, I'm going to go ahead, keep my neck strap on, switch the lens. This is the Low Pro Exchange Messenger, and then mount my 5D Mark II onto the 70-200. Boom, and you're ready to shoot. And what this does is that it allows that flexibility to switch lenses rather quickly and painlessly. I mean, obviously you can have the 70-200 in your backpack for additional protection, but it's nice to have that feature. So say if you had a second body right here and you didn't want that extra strap dangling, you could have that second body ready to go and just press the button and you're ready to shoot again. So it's nice to have that area of flexibility. Now, I guess let's talk about the critique of the product. So essentially, this camera, or there's another reviewer on YouTube that talks about this camera's not really being suitable for professional users. It's not that it's not suitable for professional users, it's not suited for heavy items such as a 100 or 400 lens or the 70-200 lens. I mean, yes, you could do it, or yes, you could attach it, but because of its amount of weight and how much it kind of tugs on your belt, it'll really hurt your lower back, and it's not really comfortable to have for long periods of time. Conceptually, this is a great product, and I really enjoy using the capture clip system. However, it's not a system for everybody. It's a system more towards, moms with cameras, essentially light setups. So your 60Ds, your T2Is, your Rebels, which are all the same thing. And this is also more catered towards light video camera setups. So say if you're using a Canon HFS 200, HFS 21, the high-end, mini camcorders, you want those little camcorders right by your side, or even on your messenger bag, so that say if you see something that you really want to film, you can just unclip it and have it started ready to go right there. So when you're done, you just clip it back in and it'll sit flush with your camera or with your bag. So that's that. I just wanted to clear that out of the way. The clip's great, it's good value, and the design, Peter Daring did a fantastic design with the capture clip system. I mean, actually going through each and every little detail and looking at it from an engineering / AutoCAD point of view, this looks pretty awesome. So I applaud him for his design, and I do wish him the very best of luck with his new startup, thanks to Kickstarter. And I guess the only other con I would say is that there is no little hole in the back so that you can mount this onto a tripod and use the capture clip as a quick release for your tripod. So I hope this helps you, and that is pretty much the capture clip system. Thanks for watching.